you can't tell from my voice, I'm feeling a little under the weather still, so I probably won't be streaming too long. But I wanted to play a little bit because it's fun. Colds are the worst. Okay, that's pretty loud. Yeah, that should be okay. We'll see when it starts, of course. Okay. Now to set a few things up. All right. All right, just running an ad, which means the next 3 minutes are a subscriber exclusive, such as it is, or a YouTube channel exclusive, I suppose. I'm a little worried about my cat. I've been giving her medication mixed in with squeezy cat treats, but today she only ate half of it. So I think she only got half a dose of medication. That said, I really don't want to be giving her extra. Hmm. Well, I'll leave the rest out. Hopefully she'll eat it in the near future. Seems like it keeps fairly well, so not like wet cat food where you can only leave it out X amount of time. So we'll see. I suppose one day a short dose is probably not going to be too bad, but it makes me worried about tomorrow. A little bit worried, anyway. Well, she had a bit of trauma, I think, because a plumber came and the water heater and such, and water softener and so on, is in her favorite area of the basement. So I think she felt like her sanctuary was invaded, so she's a little bit skittish. Poor baby. Well, we'll see. Hopefully she comes out and hopefully she finishes up her food. Well, her treat, quote unquote. All right, let's get this ready. I'm not actually too bad off. My voice always is the first thing to disappear whenever I catch a cold. But you might hear me mouth breathe a little more than usual, which, considering I mouth breathe already, is. Well, it is what it is. All right, here we go. But I really did want to play more Tethyr because I enjoy it. That and come October, I'm gonna want to play a couple of the horror games. I found a list or two of recommendations, so I'm looking to play some of them. Unfortunately, one of the ones I had in mind, it looks like doesn't work on Enhanced Edition yet, area transitions and such. So the author is making an Enhanced Edition version, but it's not going to be out yet. So I get to decide whether or not I want to install Diamond to play it. I could. It might be interesting to play with the differences between the two versions, but I don't know yet. Hmm. I suppose I have some time to decide. There are a few others that look good. Oh, goodness. I'm not sure how audible I am. That can't be good. All right. Hello? Hello? Oh, okay, good. That worked better. All right. Well, this could be a disaster of a stream. Who's gonna know? Actually, that's the problem with YouTube VODs, is that someone does watch the beginning of those, so they'll know. Shit. I did not think this through. All right. looks like we are set to begin. Well, there's a coughing bit. Could try to take that out, I suppose. But alright, OBS is recording that pretty loud, I think. So, hopefully you can hear it. If you can't, please let me know. Oh, and let me get this in place so I can actually look at it. Yeah, battery's at 74. That'll work. I'm afraid I'm one of those. I let my battery get real low before I charge, which is probably not the wisest thing to do. But there you go. Stop that. Alright. So, where did we leave off with Alina? I don't actually remember. Ah! Alright, now I remember. I found a Titan imprisoned. Kinda made friends with him and he cleared the path for us. I hope I don't regret that, but he does seem to be genuinely remorseful, so... I suppose if I'd known the guy he murdered, I might feel differently, but, it has been 1,000 years, and how long, really, do you punish someone? It's an interesting question. I suppose with a immortal Titan, it's a proportion of his life. Maybe a small proportion, though. Alright, well, let's talk to Captain Bard.
Well met. Hello.
Alright. Glory beckons us. Let us head north through the pass. Anyone else to talk to? Not really. Anything I need to sell? I probably could, but I think we'll likely have the merchant when we go to the next spot, right? Yeah, let's move on. I'm going to regret this. I'm not going to have the merchant in the next spot. He's going to disappear. Although you cannot see what waits on the other side of the pass, you know that the forest of Tethyr is now only a couple days' march away. Once you leave the Starspire Pass, there will be no going back. Well, let's head out. Leave the mountains. I suppose I can always load a safe if it turns out I can't find my merchant. Oh. You march for 2 days, and finally, as the rain picks up again, you reach the forest of Tethyr. We're finally here. This forest existed long before humans ever set foot in Tethyr. Thankfully, the old rivalries between the humans and the elves are at an end. There's Zoranda as Queen of Tethyr. Inside this mighty forest, the elves swear fealty to Queen Elisime of Soldaneslar. She works with Dukes Kevinariel and Andrew. I am going to massacre those pronunciations to further the relationship between the races. Alright, sorry. Captain, you should come see this. Oh, it's a woman, sorry. Captain, you should come see this. Hurry. Well, I guess a woman can be a baritone. I better see what all the fuss is about. Alright, that's probably not a good sign. What is this, Scout?
Greetings.
Yep. I like that voice. Greetings. Yep, the problem with having a cold is it does impact my already negligible ability to mimic. Impressions have never been my strong suit. Oh, there's my trader. I'm very happy to see him there. He may have more bags for me. Will I ever get over my bag of holding addiction problem? I think old Ogson's gone far enough. Ha! I've made enough gold to set me up nicely for my next venture. I doubt there'll be any need for my services once the army reaches the Elven City. Still, there's always time for one last bargain. What can I get you? I'd like to see what you have for sale. Certainly, my friend. Everything you see is available to you at a very special price. Ah, yes, because he likes me because I cured his STD. Oh, shit. Really? I am incompetent. This is already maybe evidence. Oh, well. Let's see. No bags this time. Let's sell us. Well, I suppose I could have had him identify that. Ooh. You know, I kind of want to keep that. The lesser robe of eyes, like his more powerful counterpart, provides the wearer with improved vision and the ability to detect many things that are hidden. Once per day, the wearer can invoke the power of the robe to pierce the veil of invisibility or etherealness. When not fully armored, the more powerful clerics of Helm often wear such robes to allow them to maintain their vigilance, even when unable to maintain their armament. Again, pardon me. Yeah, I might keep that. Having a true seeing spell once per day could be useful, even though having to change out of armor to put it on might be a little annoying. Uh, yes, this one we couldn't identify, could we? The Rainbow Blade. Oh, holy shit. The swirling blade has myriad colors swirling within, a side effect of the three elemental powers that infuse the sword. The odd pattern is quite seductive to look at, and enemies risk becoming dazed when confronting with weapon. Shit. Cold 2, electrical 2, fire 2, enhancement plus 2, and on hit daze. So, my default melee weapon is just a longsword plus 2. This is considerably better than that, and considerably more expensive than that. Well, let's sell this, and let's put this back up as our melee. Set. Here. Okay. So let's see if there's anything else I'm inclined to sell before we move on. Yeah, these are plus one, and these are plus one, but different graphics. Those can get surprisingly heavy. Let's sell the copper necklace. My poor stolen apples, stolen from Shadowdale many, many a year ago. Don't even remember what they do. I think they do Berserker. I mean, I could always look, but it's more fun not to. Bullet. Yeah, I can't sell those unless they're full stack. Ring of Resistance, Clear Thought. Why don't I put them all in here for now? I should probably move this to a bag, though, that carries lighter things, huh? Pardon me. Pardon me. Okay, natural armor plus 3. Let's put the resistance ring here, the protection ring here, intelligence ring for disarming shops, copper ring can be sold, silver ring can be sold, plus 2 and plus 3. Okay, well, I don't think you can wear 2 pluses. Huh. Maybe he raised the cap? Hi, Reshke. How are you? Huh. That did seem like a high amount for a cap. Maybe he forgot to put the cap on this one. Goodness. Well, now I kind of feel like I should sell it. But it's too pretty. I'm going to keep it. But I'm going to sell this lesser ring of protection. As far as I know, I don't think you can wear two rings of protection at the same time, even if they're different numbers. I could be wrong about that, though. Don't quote me. It certainly wouldn't be the first time I turned out to be incorrect. Pardon me. Goddamn cold. I don't think this one will linger, though. At least, I hope not. That's a pain in the ass. What kind of ironstone? Wisdom. I don't know that I have any skill use that I'd be that attached to having wisdom. That said, you never know. And it's 1 square, so maybe I'll keep it anyway. This is why I hoard. Alright. The bracers plus 2. I guess you can put them in here for now. We'll put the stat bracers here so I can compare what I got. Or in one of these other many, many bags. Alright. Empty. 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 Ah. My necklaces. Fire, acid, fireballs. Well, fireballs. Your cold arc started on Monday. Everyone I know is having colds around this time. I guess because of the temperature shift. Mine started, unfortunately, Tuesday, which means I had it in full swing yesterday when trying to play on the Frog Pond Academy. I'm not sure how coherent I was, but Igor doesn't need coherency. Alright, AC. Okay, that's a good one. Penelope. I don't know how you pronounce that. How do you pronounce? Is it a Penelope? Penelope? I've never seen that that jewel outside of Dungeons and Dragons. So I'm gonna go with Penelope. It makes me laugh that way. Bracer of armor. The other one was a bracer of dexterity, I think. And the ring of a tyrant. Let's move up. Ring of tyrant does dominate person, one use. Okay, that's why I have it. It's not a stat booster, so but you never know. You never know when you might want to cast a dominate person and you probably forget you have that and never cast it. But it's the principle of the thing. All right, bracers. The boots I can get rid of. I'd give it to Nerimal if he'd let me see his fucking inventory, asshole. Sniffle. All right, Purifier. Oh, did I want to have Purifier as my backup and not the Talon? I think maybe I did. One sec. I can dual wield a short sword, right? Pardon me. That's a 1d4. It is nice, but comparatively, I think the Purifier would be better. 1d6. +2, +1. Yeah, we'll go with Purifier. Huh. That's alright then. Alright, empty bag, empty bag. Ooh. I'm keeping the tunic, as I recall. Yes, I'm keeping the tunic. Don't know. If I ever have a chance to get whacked by a lot of magic missiles, I probably won't have time to actually change my clothes. But, it's the principle of the thing. Right, and I was going to keep this one. Because this one, if I ever need to search somewhere and I have time to switch my outfit, I will switch my outfit. The slaver robe, though, I can sell. I'm keeping the court bow, of course. Natural armor +2. I swear I thought I had a +2 somewhere. Hold on a sec. No. There it is. +3. Okay, well. I have better than I thought. Yeah. Right. I don't need to see the description for that. Oh, spell shield. That is nice if I used shields. I'm gonna just sell it, though. We could put the staffs in here, though. Staffs that I probably will not use, but are good to have. Unless there's a really hard fight. Then I might. I used the fireball thing, after all. Pardon me. I keep eyeing that harp because I forgot I'm not playing a bard anymore. I played Alina for a little too long, I think. It screws up my recollection of what I do. I'm an archer, not a bard. I also play Final Fantasy XIV, so in that game, you're both. Sharp bow, nope. Those do look nice, but they are not better than what I have. Nope. Alright. Let's put the glowy swords away for a bow. And finally, we can see what the hell Gvarg's up to. Let's save, though, because I don't want to do that again. It would be just my luck to have spent 20 minutes fucking around with my inventory and selling shit, then die without saving. Hey, I can talk to animals, can't I? I forgot I could do that. Well, not this one. This one's like, fuck you. Theoretically, I could talk to animals. Oh, I could go up here. That would be funny, to play a game where you get to talk to animals and just have the animals be like, fuck you. Yeah, I can talk to you, but I'm not going to tell you anything useful. Your animal empathy says this animal is a jackass. Poor cat. I may have made a mistake. I put the medicine she didn't eat outside of my sight by her food dish to see if she'll eat it later, but it means I can't see it. So now I'm like, should I go out there and check? Slain elves litter the wet earth. Oh dear. Their blood leaking into the hungry soil. One of them still clings to life despite his grievous wounds. Oh dear. And I'm not a healer. Let's talk to him. Oh shit.
What do you want?
They burst out of the forest like howling death. We tried to fight back, but we didn't stand a chance. Galanthus urged us to flee, to meld into the forest and seek safety, but it was no good. The wolves could smell us. Oh, I like the music here. You could hear the music, yes? Pardon me. Easy, my friend. I'll call for a healer. Relax and try to breathe slowly. It's too late for me. It's too late for us all of us. Galanthus, Avandihil's patrol, 20 trained rangers. We were torn apart in minutes. Those who fled were hunted down. Awesome. What became of your patrol leader? Where is Galanthus? He fell to the goblins. He tried to hold them off, to buy us time, but the wargs were upon him so quickly. Ooh, died to goblins, dude. Galanthus died a brave death. Where are the goblins heading? Their leader, Kazdeg. He said he would remain, hunt the rest of us down, while the army moves east to Seldenisla. Hang in there. Where's the damn healer? Do not waste your breath, human. For now, I must return to Coralon. Oh, you poor guy. One day I will stop taking pot shots at Coralon Larethian. One day. We've lost him. Damn it. The elves know the forest better than any, and they didn't stand a chance. At least no Kazdeg is nearby. You want me to chase after this Kazdeg and rip his head from his shoulders? I need you and the Crimson Guard to enter the forest and slay Kazdeg, and whoever else stayed behind to hunt the elves. No doubt these are the toughest of the goblin forces Kazdeg brought with him, so you'll be in for a fight. You mean I'll have 1,000 elite mercenaries at my command? I fear the Crimson Guard will do whatever they want once they're let loose. From what I gather, they answer only to the council. Keep an eye on them, or else break away and take up the hunt yourself. Whatever you do, when you find Kazdeg, take his bloody head off. What if he tries to run? Kazdeg won't run. They call him the Beast for a reason. Well, I'm not gonna question his judgment here. I think it's worthy. Alright, I guess I'm ready. Lead the way. I'll send a messenger to the Crimson Guard and have them join you as soon as possible. I'll see you in Seldenisla. Elena, God's willing. Godspeed to you, Vard. Farewell, Elena. Alright, well. This is quite dramatic music. Just peeking on the forest line here. Making sure I'm not missing anything important. Nothing really. Okay. I'm hearing the last bit of the music. Stop yawning, you fucker. Nermal's so rude. And I just checked that guy for gold. Forest of Tethyr. Interesting that the spelling is different. Those poor elves. The goblins must be far stronger than any I've faced. That is true. I like how she's just she manages to, question the whole, how did you get murdered by goblins? Without sounding like she's saying, how did you get murdered by goblins? Alright, that is a Crimson Guard mage, and those are some more riders. So let's see if we can give them a hand. And let's rapid shot that. Oh, 1 sec. Yep. Blue arrows. There we go. Hello? Only 8 XP, so I suppose I shouldn't be too cranky if the NPC steals my kill. Hey, don't kill Alina. I like Alina. Good girl. There we go. Downside to not having a physical fighter in the group, I suppose. Goodness. Really, guys? You died to goblins and a warg rider? Alright. Well, at least they can loot your corpses. It's not bad for them to loot their corpses, right? Probably is. Nah, that's alright. Well, I'm not a healer, Elena. I actually do have some healing kit stuff that I should probably use. On general principle, because I'm not supposed to be a jackass. Actually, that's not a bad heal. 28. Nice. Maybe I should try to put more in my heal skill soon. Okay. Well, time to loot the shit off the veterans. Oh, well. That'll sell for a price at least. Mage. Mr. Quarterstaff. Or I can give this stuff to their commanding officer. Will I? Probably not. It's a thought, though. Pardon me, pardon me. That is the downside. But I did want to play a little more because, like I said, come October, I'm going to want to play a few Halloween games, spooky horror games. Um, like I said, sadly, the one I was really eyeing is not enhanced edition, so I'd have to install Diamond to play it, or I could play some of the others. There are a few that look vaguely Lovecraftian, and some that look like they'd be fun in that respect, and a few other ones that look like they might be creepy mystery types. So we'll see if they're as good as they look. It'll be a good excuse to go outside of my usual genre. Not that I necessarily think I have a usual genre for Neverwinter Nights modules yet, aside from being Neverwinter Nights modules, of course. Suppose I could do Elmraven too. That's in the community module set. I don't know if that's really a horror type module though. It was on the list, but I wonder if a Palmaster would work for Elmraven from the description of the mod. Oh, there's some goblins. Probably should have noticed them.
Blood makes the grass grow.
Point blank range is fun. You know, Elena, if you're gonna bitch about me healing you, you should probably stay in my range so I can heal you. Or not. I can't stream Blackwall Keep. Can I? Well, you've played it more recently. Is it too adult, do you think? Because I remember you talking about that. I mean, if you'd recommend it. But I'm assuming there's a reason I can't stream it. Pardon. I mean, even if it's just the author doesn't want his mod streamed, which is fair. You haven't? Okay. I know I've heard of Blackwell Keep. But maybe I just saw it on one of those lists. My phone censored you. One sec. Oh. I mean, how visible are we talking? You've seen how far up. I play pretty isometric, right? Would I notice it from up here? Maybe I'll poke around it sometime and see. Because naked goblin penis might be a reason, admittedly, not to be able to play. Oh, goblin sorcerer, where? Oh, hello. Well, I don't really want to be shooting the summons if I can get rid of them. There we go. Probably not. They're only goblins. Huh, interesting. Maybe I'll take a look. Is that a good horror type module, do you think? I mean, To be fair, I play modules very slowly, so there's always the chance that whatever one I pick, I won't be finishing before the end of October anyway. But but maybe because there are some that look like they're really short, which is also kind of cool. I haven't really showcased any really short ones, unless you got Kingmaker, and that's not that short. Son of a bitch. One second. Ah, horror survival type. Interesting. Interesting. I'll check that out. One second. I need to make disgusting noises, so I'm going to try to move my microphone away. Alright. Disgusting noises made. Can breathe slightly better. Part 1 might be not a horror enough for October theme. Well, I mean, I'm not married to October theme, so we can see. I was thinking of that Stephen Gagné. Is that how you pronounce his name? Gagné? Module? The one I saw you playing one time. That looked pretty cool, but I didn't watch because I knew I would want to play that eventually.
Fight, fight, fight!
That one seems like it could work for a horror. The, Eternia, Eligia, whatever the heck it is. I forgot the name. Hello, Psychosis Gamer. How are you? I'm afraid you caught me on a day where I sound kind of disgusting, but there you go. Ah. Have you been imbibing? More power to you. Oh shit, I'm getting my ass kicked by Warbs because I'm not paying attention. Talking's fine, Squid, but you gotta watch what you're doing so you don't die like an idiot. There we go. You would have to look it up. Fair enough. Yeah, because I was thinking that one might be fun too. And maybe one of these days I'll show off the installer tool on here. Show people how to use that, because that thing's great. I love that thing. No mushrooms tonight, but you're going to smoke up? Nice. There's actually a new store by my work, and I have to admit I'm kind of tempted, but but it's work, so I feel like my bosses would not appreciate me doing that at work. I've never this is really embarrassing to admit, and folks sometimes don't believe me when I say so, but I have never actually smoked anything. I feel like I should have. I mean, come on, I was in college, right? But I think folks just assumed I was a narc and that I'd tell on them, which is embarrassing, but possibly. Well, no, I wouldn't have told on them, but it's possible that they thought I would. So I've actually never done it, which means I don't really want my first time to be at work, because God knows, you know. If it hits me hard like a lightweight with a drink, I don't want to be high at work. That would be a bad notion. Maybe afterwards. Well, see, I kind of always half expect them to just go gotcha, and like say it's legal and then arrest you anyway. But then I'm white, so I'm probably not going to be randomly arrested for things that are actually legal. That's a horrible thing to say. For the record, I mean that as a critique of racism in my country, not anything else that could be read as. You've got enough short circuits without help. That's fair. Everyone thought you looked like a stoner even before you was, so you're like, F it, let's go. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I don't know if I'd like it, because I get a little paranoid even on, like, laughing gas or something, but maybe a bit too much of a control freak in that respect. I don't even like alcohol, but I don't like the taste of alcohol. So, if I found alcohol I liked the taste of, then we'd see how I really felt about getting drunk, I suppose. It's always easy to be judgmental about something you don't like anyway, in my experience. All right, so we got a couple directions to go. Did he give any hint on where what's his name was likely to be? Okay. Okay. So we know the main goblin forces have gone east. So we should probably check other directions than east, right? Ah. Mushrooms are go with the flow, and folks who have a bad trip, it's because they try to fight it and get paranoid. I feel like that would be a genuine danger for me. I remember one of the few times I tried laughing gas for dental work. I remember I spent the whole time like opening and closing my hand into a fist, just kind of to tell myself, well, if I really had to get out of here, I could. See, I'm moving my hand. I'm doing it fine. Um, I could leave if I wanted to, and I think there was maybe a little bit of paranoia slipping in there. So I'm not sure that would be a good idea for me. Though I've heard you can have some fucking transcendental experiences. I say misquoting Craig Ferguson, but I might have to reorganize things because I've got too many heavy things in bags that aren't suited for it. There we go. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe I can get back to the merchant. Oh, there's some more grinders. The burning campfire and bodies strewn about the carpet of this forest indicate this camp used by the Elven Patrol before the goblins came. Yep, sorry about that, guys. So, let's go murder some goblins. Ooh, can I go in there? Not sure. Don't think so.
Surrender, or prepare to meet your end.
There we go. I think I'm always a little worried I'd say something. It's like, oh no, if I didn't have control over my, what I say, what kind of horrible thing would I say and alienate everybody? And I mean, I'd like to think I wouldn't say anything that would make people hate me, but I don't know. What's really going on inside my head? I have no idea. I want to know. Definitely need to get that blind fighting next time I get a feat. I think my next level I might. Hi. How far am I from level? It'll be a while. Alright. Why are we hitting the summons? Because we can't see the, mage, of course. Get in there, you fucker. There you are. Hi. Are you Kazdek or just nameless chieftain? Chieftain subordinate? Oh, he's not good. Can I get a good shot at him?
We'll strike you down, or fall.
Damage. Alright, well, since he's got damage resistance anyway, I don't want to waste the ammo. Took you a long time before, with being comfortable tripping out on stream. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, it seems to work for you. I haven't noticed you say anything. That would be, horrible. Poor Alina, getting zapped. Alright, this is working. No need to waste ammunition when I know I've got to get through his... Oh, well, actually, it's working now. Never mind. Hi, Goblin Chieftain. Lesser Ring of Power. I remember that being pretty good. Oh, yeah, it is kind of good, actually. Where's my bag of rings? Put that there. Magic Staff unidentified. It looks like a Staff of Defense, but I could be wrong about that. And, you know, it could just be using a familiar model and not be the same thing. Here, identify shit. Yep, it's a Staff of Defense. I was right! Gross. Ugh, illness. Alright. So,
I have completed this task.
oh, well,
Finished.
alright. I don't really want you wasting a spell every
Yes.
time, dude, but I appreciate the thought. So let's change tactics. You need to change my tactics? What makes you think you know better than I how to accomplish our tasks? Very well, I will humor you for the moment. Don't help me if I fail to open the locked door. Very well, I shall watch your clumsy efforts with amusement. That's fine. Fucker. Alright. She can, but she's not wasting us. Whoa. Is this... Oh, it's medium armor. That is nice. The suit bears the mark of the dwarf Marek, master blacksmith of Neverwinter's Shining Knight's arms and armor. He forged it early in 1373 DR to aid the heroes who sought to free his quarantined city from the virulent grasp of the so-called Wailing Death. Good to know. It'd be funny if this took place earlier. Whoops. Ah, that's alright.
Weighted down too
Ooh,
heavily.
that is heavy. Okay. Let's start some inventory management, yes? Now that is boob armor. Indeed. Alright. There we go. That's not too bad. Oh, nice. I do like me some potions. Boob armor. Well, what would you call it? It's pretty boobalific armor. I'm not opposed to boob armor in magical settings, though. But I do like when folks give their women not boob armor. It's like when they actually try to make it semi workable. I like that too. But I don't mind boob armor. You just kind of go with the genre. And of course, this being Neverwinter Nights, or D&D, you got some leeway. Everyone's pretty badass. They can get away with that sort of thing. It's not like normal people trying to fight in armor that pretty much directs the sword to the vulnerable spot in your chest. It's like, yes, see? Let's ignore this part that's reasonably defensible and let's aim the sword right here, in between. Right where you get access to all the nice organs. Don't quote me on anatomy. It's been a while since I looked at any anatomical diagrams. Alright, well, we got a chieftain, but I feel like that was not Kazdek. Because Kazdek will probably hit... Okay, that's funny. According to this, it's 1372, right? And according to the armor I found, it was forged in 1373. Apparently, there was some time travel involved. Which, granted, my paladin's backstory has some time travel involved because I misread when Hillsfar was taken over. And so I thought that was 100 years earlier than it was. So my backstory did not work once I realized the actual timeline. So, yeah. We're gonna go with the idea. They retcon the story right in the same story. Well, that's sometimes what happens when you use armor from the base game or something, because the descriptions got the base game description. I'm not holding it against the creator, but it is funny. Pardon me. Levantis is an inspiration to us all who walk the path of righteousness. Were that he, not Daramus, was head of the five. Huh? I'd imagine you'd think so. I'm a little leery about all of them. They seem really big on retiring with one grand score. I still kind of wonder if they didn't cause this in order to have a grand score. Set up the city and then save the city. It's, what's the gambit? Not the Lysistrata gambit. That's the Lysistrata gambit is when you don't fuck the men until they do what you want. There's another name for it. I never remember the gambit names. Bet they name it in Leverage. The trees grow extremely thick here, completely obscuring the sky. For a second, you think you see movement in the boughs far overhead. Oh, can I look up? Can I look up? Let's see. Down. Up. Do I see anything overhead? I do not. I am not keeping this angle to fight in. Everything looks so green in the distance. Fear the fog. Nah, I'm not. Shit. This is still not the angle I like. Let me look on high like God. I have delusions of grandeur. Oh, fuck. They jumped out of the trees, I suppose. There we go. There we go. Fortunately, they don't seem to be terribly strong. Come on, hit this one. Or not. Or not. They got that. It does look eerily green. Kind of works, though. Oh, we found poor Galanthus. Poor Galanthus. We never knew ye. But he had a good name. Oh, and you have some good loot. This looks like the body of the Elven Patrol Leader. Cloak, unidentified. God damn it, I need to put some points in lore. A scimitar, +2. Boots, unidentified. They look like maybe gargoyle boots? Gargoyle boots are pretty good, actually. Torch. Normal.
Yes.
No, boots of the Winterland. Okay, okay, let's see what we got. Cold resist. Okay, well, that's useful to keep. If I ever fight something that has gold. Like that dragon I killed last time. Alright, bad timing, but still. You never know if I might need to kill another dragon. Alright. And Cloak of Elvenkind. That's probably gonna get sold, to be honest. I ain't much of a stealthy person in this particular game. Alright. Well. Okay. No Kesdik here. I guess we're gonna have to go east. Should I heal what's his ass? Yeah, probably. I mean, I could rest. Actually, why don't I rest? Let's rest. There we go. I wonder if we can find that merchant before moving on to the last part. Oh no, everyone's dead because I rested. Everyone got ambushed. Actually, hold on. Oh no, here they are. That would have been funny. That would have been so funny. I would like to play a game where, like, time actually passes when you rest, and so, you gotta watch out for that. On the other hand, that would be really frustrating, though, so maybe not. I don't really like things that frustrate me. Like, I'll go along with a fair bit, but if I feel like something's frustrating just for the point of being frustrating, that tends to lose me. Pardon me. Okay. Alright, where are you, my friend? Very epic music. I like this music. Hi. The only problem I have... What the fuck? Is there something fighting? It sounds like someone's fighting in the distance. Sec. Oh, no, oh, there we are. Found you. Okay, anymore? Ah, I wasn't expecting them over here. Warg Riders. Hi. Okay. Well, now we'll go talk to the trader. Sorry about that, dude. Had to go murder. Alright. That guy just body checked me. You mind, dude? You mind? Alright. These are fine. These are okay. Sell 12. Yeah, maybe I didn't need to save those. We'll keep the boots of the Winterland, though. Ah! Stop that. Look, 12 GP is 12 GP. God damn it. Alright. Longsword +1 is pretty good, though. 412. Not selling that. So I don't make that mistake again. Just because I haven't had much use to cast haste yet doesn't mean I don't need to sometime. The chromatic breastplate is actually quite nice. But it's a little heavy for me. I'm pretty sure my ambidexterity and such require me to be in light armor to work. I might be wrong about that. But too late now, I already sold it. No. It's not stolen goods, I looted it off a corpse. I might not be helping my case there. Pardon me. My character is ambidextrous? Yes, because she started out as a ranger, and rangers get that feat and such naturally. So dual wielding and the ambidexterity feats required to dual wield are automatic for a ranger, as I recall. But I'm an archer primarily, so you don't see me use it very much. But see, dual wield. Yep, rangers, when wearing light armor, get all the benefits of having the ambidexterity and 2 weapon fighting feats. While wearing medium or heavy armor, they lose these benefits. So there you go. Alright, I think that's all. Let's go back and one area I've not gone to yet. Oh, sorry. Let's go back and see the area I have not gone to yet. I moved my thing away so I could make disgusting noises, and I promptly forgot to move it back. So let me know if you hear. Hi, Fixer! It's been a while! How are you? I am playing Crimson Tides of Tethyr with my archer, Alina's Frayne. This October, though, I'm going to be taking a break from... Oh, I'm doing very well. A little bit of a cold, if you can't tell from the voice, but... That's alright. And the occasional disgusting noise on stream. Oh, goodness. These fuckers came back. Did they kill the others? Maybe. Goodness. Well, that's alright. I quite like that. So, this October, though, I'm going to be taking a break from Crimson Tides so I can play some horror-themed modules. Because I think it'd be fun to showcase some of those. See some of the variety of what the fan community has made for Neverwinter Nights. Because that's really so much fun. It's just seeing the very cool fan stuff. I mean, if you're just looking at Neverwinter Night from the base campaign, I mean, the base campaign's fun, don't get me wrong, but it's not, you know, I don't think it's spectacular. I enjoyed it, but I wouldn't maybe necessarily put it on the level of some of the other D&D campaign games. Like Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, I've not played 3 yet. I really want to. From the sound of it, it's awesome. But I haven't played it yet, so I can't weigh in on that. But Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, I think, definitely has stronger stories, but the fan content is where Neverwinter Nights really, really shines. And people still make it. That's what's so cool, is that there are people still making modules. Not as many, admittedly, but still. This came out this year. Baldur's Gate 3 when you're done with The Witcher, or Knights of the Old Republic. Both of those sound really, really cool. Knights of the Old Republic is another one that uses basically the same engine. I think, you know, with some variations, of course. Well, I'll enjoy watching some of it. I might not watch too much of your Baldur's Gate 3 though, because I don't really want to be spoiled if I'm gonna play it eventually. Maybe. Oh, maybe I can watch enough of it without the context. I'll be fine. Cause I do that with The Witcher. I have a vague idea of what's going on, but not enough to actually spoil me. One day I'll play that too. Eventually, maybe, probably. I played some of the first one. Got girl laid a few times. That was pretty good. I feel like Triss is a little skeevy because it's like he's practically married, but he doesn't remember, and you're just gonna bang him, even though you know he's practically married, and he might want to know that. Also, he's married to someone who's got a really big temper and might zap the shit out of him if she finds out he cheated on her. Which I don't really count it cheating if you're amnesic, but still. It's like that's a little skeevy, Triss. A little skeevy.
The very sand cries out.
Am I shooting into a tree? I might be shooting into a tree. Well, it's working though.
Let's go.
Oh, what did you guys do to cast fear? Was that you, Naramal? Nice. Yep. That's true. The characters are definitely flawed. And that's usually a good thing. As long as, I mean, I guess it's always kind of a balance, though, because, I mean, some folks don't have this requirement, and that's perfectly fine. But I do like my heroes to have some hero trait at some point. I'm not a big fan of villain protagonists that are just like hardcore villain without much of that. That's actually why I could never really get into Breaking Bad, because I thought Walter White kind of loses his veneer of non-villainy kind of quick. Like, alright, so it's not just, alright, you're a dick, I can take that, but it's like, oh, wow, yeah, you are... While I sympathize entirely with your plight, dude, this is this really the direction you're taking to deal with it? And, I could never really get into it, even though I recognize, of course, that it is a good show. There's no question about that. Huh? Someone's clearly, curing wounds, etc. I kind of have that problem with Mad Men, too. It's like, yeah, okay, Don Draper's charming and handsome, but he's also kind of got no real redeeming qualities as a person. Maybe he does. I might not be being fair. Alright. But I think The Witcher has a good balance, because I like Yennefer even though her temper is a little scary. Ah, Cirrus Tyrannel. That leader again.
Come,
The huge...
let us share wine together.
This huge man hefts his mighty axe on his shoulder, heedless of the numerous small cuts covering his body. He still reminds me of Silas from Highlander, which is a reference, the TV show, and very few people will get. These little bastards are far tougher than most I've seen, but they still fall like chattel before my axe. Well, let's be diplomatic. I doubt few are a match for you. Never met the man or woman who was my match, save for those two. He nods at Levantis and Deramus. You're that one who came to deliver a message from Vard, ain't you? It seems I may have misjudged you, if rumors are anything to go by. His previous belligerence completely disappeared. Cyrus gives you a hearty slap on the back. Seems you're a fine enough fellow if you're lucky enough to be on the right side of him. Well then, my little friend, we still have a hunt to finish. My axe wants a taste of this Kazdak har. Alright, alright. It looks like we found some important folk in here. And some poor people who...
Hey there.
This war is going to prove fatal for most of us here. Still, we'll take a few with us, huh? Let's loot some corpses. And there's Deramus. Empty. I kind of like that. I suspect they have robbed their own corpses. As one does. Shall we talk to Deramus? Deramus is a bit of a creepy guy. I'm not sure what I think about him.
Welcome.
He actually reminds me a bit of what's his name from Final Fantasy 16? Um, Barnabas. I don't know why. He just kind of has that same sinister leader quality. Damn the stubborn captain. Daramus rubs his silver ring on his middle finger angrily. I should have known he'd send us into a viper's nest. I've lost 20 good soldiers already. We haven't even found the wolf-kissing leader yet. I suppose Vard sent you to keep an eye on us? I'm here to help hunt down and kill Kazdag. Nothing more. So you say Alina, is it not? I believe we've met before, if only briefly. The men say that you survived Bullet attacks, slew a group of slavers, and even aided a Titan in escaping his eternal prison. An impressive list of achievements for a simple mercenary. Well, the mistake is yours in believing I'm but a simple mercenary. Truth or Daramus, I like that. So it seems. I respect a woman with courage to face danger head on. Are you hitting on me? Hope not. Just don't start talking about me as a vessel for something, okay? Because that was weird and vaguely rapey. I liked Final Fantasy 16. It was very sexually charged for a Final Fantasy game. I don't think I've ever played a Final Fantasy game that had that much just underlying sexual elements. I haven't played 15 yet, but I remember that being a little more, well, it was for pretty boys in a car, which is not a bad thing. Alright, anyway. Strength is bred through adversity. I suspect we'll see a lot more of each other once we reach Soldan Islar. For now, let us hunt our quarry. I'm still not sure I trust that guy. There's Leventis and Sita. Sita is the mage or the thief? I think she might be the mage. But I could be wrong. I guess I'll find out. Maybe she's the thief. Sita. But there was a mage.
Get on with it.
Ah, mage. The blood splattering the face and garments of the sorceress blah, 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 blah. Can't talk. Okay. The blood splattering the face and garments of the sorceress contrasts disturbingly with her fine, almost delicate beauty. When she speaks, her voice drips with irony. Yes, you're Vard's little pet, are you not? I've heard so many wonderful tales about you. I could be bitchy, but I'll just be neutral. Alina's kind of boring, let's be honest here. But that's why she's the protagonist of a game and not the protagonist of a novel. I have had some adventures, yes? So I've heard. Cavorting with titans and solars, no less. Her mocking tone has been replaced by something else. Anger? Carry on being the hero if you must, but take care not to overreach. Those who climb too high must inevitably fall. So someone's upset. Maybe they all are. Well, if my vague guess about them setting this up for glory as their last hurrah is right, then they're not going to be happy about anyone taking some of the glory from them, huh? I don't know if I'm right. I just kind of wonder.
Hello.
Hail, friend. I believe you are one they call Alina Frayne. I remember our first meeting outside Daramar. It's an honor to make your acquaintance once again. Is he a warrior or a paladin? Well, he's a champion of Torm. I feel like if he were evil, though, Torm would kinda punish him for that, right? Huh. But then Erebeth fooled some people for a while, too, didn't she? Before she fell. Alright. Well met, Leventis. It's an honor to have a warrior's status. Ugh. Well met, Leventis. It's an honor to have a warrior of your status fighting this cause. These goblins are far tougher than any I've faced before. Who knows how many innocents that Butcher Kazdag has slaughtered. When I find him, Torm's justice shall be delivered. Alright, well, that makes sense. So I think there's one other, isn't there? The thief. Maybe I can't find him. Maybe he's hidden. That would be fun. That'd be funny. Oh, there's a way east to the glade, so I'm guessing that's where we're gonna go. So we're gonna be first to find him. We'll see if the Crimson Guard are happy about that or not. But where is the last guy? I forgot who the last guy is. Fuck, I know there was one last guy. Wasn't there? There were 5. I thought there were 5. But I'm not seeing anyone else. But he's a thief, so he might be hidden. Oh. Ah. Someone texting me. A link that I will look at later. Will it be interesting or upsetting? Eh. Nowadays, it could probably be either one. Alright, 1 second. More disgusting noises incoming. Close your ears. God, I hate head colds. Well, better that than a chest cold, but still. Oh, well, before we go, let's loot some of these remains. A book. Never mind. Well, Alita's not very literate, is she? Well, it's a standard book, though. I've seen that before. Why would a Warg Riders have a book of the creator races, I wonder? Oh, well, that's worth it. As is this. Look at that. And that. Oh my, being thorough does have its advantages, even if I can't find that last fucker. Still. Where is that last? Unfortunately, I forgot his name, that guy. Do I have their name somewhere here? It doesn't say. Shit, where is he? There's a missing thief somewhere, and it bugs me. It's making me nervous. When you don't know where the thief is, he's usually right behind you. Oh, maybe down here. There's some space down here, though. No, no. Okay. Well, what's that? Hold on. Oh, no, that's the book. I keep looking at the same fucking book. Alright, let's save, and let's see what's in this glade. I feel like this missing guy is going to be significant, though. Or he's just somewhere in the room that I just missed him. But I feel like I'm pretty thorough, so... I have a distinct feeling I'm going to have to kill all the Crimson Guard at some point, though. So maybe Leventus. Unless he's the big mastermind. Which would be a clever twist, because he's the friendliest. It's always the friendliest.
Strike you down or fall in the
7 rounds left. Oh, nice. Maybe we'll kill people before we loot.
Take that, and that one too.
Actually, let's kill him. I can take the hits from this guy until we do. There we go. Goblins are... Oh shit, I don't want to use the fire arrows, do I? Well, the one fire arrow. There we go. I might as well just finish this guy off. There we go. Alright. Fuck. She's doing fine. Thanks for that, dude. Well, hopefully he didn't blow up what was in the chest. Am I still in rapid shot? I'm not. Not sure why I lost that, but that's alright. Oh, well, this is quite nice. Ooh, I do. This sounds like boss music. Well, you gotta get your ass back over here so I can fucking heal you, lady. I like you. Just stop running off. Ah. Kinda useless, but that's okay. Alright, come here. Not great. Well, that's because I can't take 20 right now. Alright. Alright, now. Oh, Kazdak. Hi, Kazdak. Maybe I should put that back on, huh? Alright.
I get you good.
Yeah, you can attack nearest. Elena, thank you. Ah, only 33 points. Well, I feel like he should be more formidable than that, but it looks like he's got some cool toys. None of which I can identify right now. Bastard sword, nice. Golden circlet is intelligence, yes? Oh, no. No, but it is quite nice. I think that's considerably better than the helm I'm wearing, so let's compare it in a second. That looks like an armor, but is it better than a +3? Hey, asshole. Yep. Well, I do like the +2 armor, but I'm thinking the immunity to mind effect spells, probably worth it. That said, if I find myself getting hit too much, might switch. That's why I like to keep helmets too.
Yes.
Alright, identify shit, please. Ah, it's a +3. I had a +3. I'd give it to you, but you won't let me into your shit. Fucker. Alright. After first furious battle, you slew Slain, the mighty leader of the goblins. Without their leader, and with most of their elite units slain, the goblin army facing Captain Bard will likely crumble. Well, that's good. We've done what we need to do. Where is that one dude, though? It really does bother me that I didn't see him. I'll go looking for him again when we go into the other area. I hope my cat eats the rest of her medication. It also bugs me that she only took the one, or she took about half of what she's supposed to. But she had trauma today because the plumber came and invaded her sanctuary, poor baby. But it's still a little upsetting because I really thought I had a good method to give her the meds. And if it's 2 days in a row where she doesn't get the full dose, I'm probably going to have to do something more traumatic. I really don't want to do that. We're not at the stage in our relationship yet where I think she'll forgive me. So we'll just have to see. I mean, I can just try to catch her and shoot it down her throat, I guess, but I'd rather not do that either. So we'll try the mixing things a few more times. And who knows, maybe leaving her alone a bit, she'll eat it herself. The leftovers, probably not, though. Ooh, gems are nice. Alright. I was so proud of myself finding a method to get her to take that medication. I hate when solutions are only short term, and I think they're long term. Oh well. Okay, anyway, we're enough with the angst. Let's continue looting shit. Those are nice spells. Alright. And money. Okay. So, we've found the goblin headquarters. And then we'll catch up with the others. I'm sure they'll be very happy for us. Who's Van Swift? Oh, is he the third one? Oh, shit. Damn it, where have you been? The main army has just arrived, along with the warlord herself, and she ain't happy. What was Captain Vard thinking, sending his most experienced and expensive force into a death trap like this? At least most of the Crimson Guard are alive, which is more than can be said for the goblins I've seen scattered all over the forest. Who are you, anyway? I'm Elena Frayne. I've just killed the leader of the goblins. Elena, huh? I've heard a bit about you. It said that you saved Vard's ass from Bulet's and helped him overwhelm a group of slavers at the Saltiskun. Another rash move on his behalf, for who knows what might have happened if things had turned sour. I don't like this guy. Is there a problem, officer? Damned right there is. Captain Vord overstepped his authority. The warlord isn't happy. There's even talk she's going to demote him back to sergeant. Or worse, once we reach Selden Islar. Well, that's bullshit. He's been doing a good job. Listen, Warlord Vajra is in the van of the army just outside the forest. Get out there now and report to her. It is not a good idea to keep Vajra waiting. I don't like this guy. Vard did the best he could. Someone, I think, has been telling tales out of turn. And I wonder who that might be. Alright. Oh, shit. Oh, she's talking. She's just coughing. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. Alright. I'm gonna take your word for it, lady. You know what you can do. But, just please don't die on my watch, okay? So, where is the army? Down, you think? Where do I want to be? Pardon me? South or north, you think? Because I thought it would have been east, but maybe not. Oh, there she is. Duke Alaric. Oh, okay. That might explain a lot. I was wondering who, in the prologue, who had been talking to her like he outranked her. Alright, I should probably save I should probably hard save soon. Alright, Tethyrian soldiers. And Ogson. Alright, let's talk to Vajra.
Pleasure to see you.
Hail and well met, Ranger. I am Royal Warlord Vajra Valmayar. Probably Vajra Valmayar. Or Valmayar. I'm not sure which. Valmayar. Valmayar? I don't believe we've met before, but I've heard some good things about you, Alina, if I'm not mistaken. That's me. Pleasure to meet you, Warlord. The pleasure is shared. I can see Captain Vard made a wise choice in placing his trust in you. I wish I could say the same for some of his other recent decisions. Captain Vard most certainly should not have charged off with most of our mercenary force. I've no doubt his intentions were good, but this goes against all army protocol. Severe discipline action must be taken once we reach Selden Islar. Let's be... Vard's been on our side. You're making a mistake. Captain Vard has shown himself to be a courageous leader. His commitment to the army is unswerving. Be that as it may, the rules are there to be obeyed, as Lord Royal Chancellor Alaric was so good to explain to me. I was willing to overlook his rash behavior at the river Seldiskun, but his actions here leave me no choice. But enough of that. Poor Vard. The Crimson Guard command still haven't shown up. I need to speak with them, but that will have to wait until we reach the Elven City. The good news is, despite everything, we are a day or two ahead of schedule. You've done a fine job of distinguishing yourself thus far. In fact, I would like you to attend a war council at the palace as soon as we reach Selden Islar. I think you could offer some valuable input. Warlord, are you sure? She's not even an officer in the army, or even a representative of an approved company. It would be against correct protocol for her. With all due respect, Lord Chancellor, this is my decision to make, not yours. For all of his faults, Vard is still a fine judge of character. There are factions and differing loyalties within the leadership of the Tethyrian coalition, and I would welcome an independent voice, such as Elena's here. Okay. Vajra seems like she's got an interesting perspective on all this. I'm not sure what I think. I guess I'll need to keep myself busy while you're at this war council. I'll look for you again once it's over. Take care, Alina. It's time to finish the few miles of the march and make for Selden Islar. Well, our short time together comes to an end. I have things to do once we reach the Elven City. I'd be lying if I said it's been a pleasure, but it has at least been interesting. Until we meet again. I'm not sure if I want to do that yet. Give me a sec, I'm going to reload. And poke my nose around before we do. Like maybe sell something. Because, I mean, I'm sure there are shopkeepers in the city, but still. And I'm not sure I had Nirmal identify the last bit of shit I've got. So let's do that. Nirmal?
Yes.
Identify. Oh, brooch shielding. I've got 2 of those, so I can probably get rid of one. Where's fuckwad there? That's mean. Ogden hasn't done anything for me to insult him.
Hail, traveler.
Okay. One last bargain. Alright. That's fine. Shielding. Oh, I forgot I had these. Full play 2. Robe of blending. Gotcha. Okay. Alright, I think that's okay. Now we'll move on with the plot, I guess. Now, I'm not going to read the dialogue again because I just did. And we'll see if... I'm Lord Chancellor Alaric Hemrian. I believe the warlord wishes to speak with you, so if you excuse me, perhaps we can pick up this conversation another time. That's fair.
Pleasure to see you.
Alright, 1. I defended Vard. Alright. Goodbye, companions. What does it say now? Oh, interesting. Their notes are gone entirely. Huh. I don't know if I like that. Alright. The palace. Ooh. Oh, look at that tile set. That's nice. Looks a little less Lego than some of them tend to. Very marble. My warmest greetings to you all. I am Queen Elisame. This is Elhan, the commander of Selden Eslar's armed forces. Coraline's blessings upon you all. I look forward to fighting alongside such worthy comrades. The honor's ours, my lady. I am sad that this meeting was forced out of necessity. I'd rather our company was shared in lighter circumstances. As would I. Alas, this cannot be helped. Where's this Captain Vard I've heard talk of? I would be honored to meet the man who defended our borders against goblins. Elhan has informed me that Captain Vard's victory was most comprehensive. Oh, poor Vard. He'll be joining us shortly. I'm afraid we have some matters to discuss privately. I won't bore you with the details, good queen. Now allow me to introduce Dermis Blaine of the Crimson Guard and his comrades Levantus, Sita, Cyrus Tyrannel, and Saladar, isn't it? That's the guy I couldn't find. Yes. Man, a few words. Forgive his abruptness, Elven Queen. I trust you will find his comrades more forthcoming. Yeah, I couldn't find that guy. Well met, Lady Elf. I'm Levantus Coronel, and I'm pleased to be here fighting for such a noble cause. You can't help but notice that Daramus and Elhan have been staring at each other for the past few minutes. There seems to be an instant rivalry between the two men. Oh dear. One sec. Elisame turns to you. I notice you wear no badge, nor carry no standard marking. Pardon. Okay, sorry about that. I notice you wear no badge, nor carry no standard marking your allegiance. To whom do I have the honor of addressing? Oh, there goes my ability to breathe air through my nose. All right. I'm Elena Frayne, my lady. It is a pleasure to meet you. Oh, but you have heard the tales of the mighty Elena. Oh, but have you heard the tales of the mighty Elena? Such a brave little ranger. I don't like her. I don't trust any of them. Now that we've been introduced, it's time to get down to business. Alhan, will you be kind enough to supply our friends with the latest intel regarding the Sithalicians? I'm getting better at saying that. The good news is that Kazdeg has been vanquished, and the elite part of the goblin force has completely obliterated. Those goblins that still travel with the Sithalicians are young, weak, or inexperienced. They number many thousands still, but their effectiveness is much less than it was. Well, that's good. Unfortunately, we are still vastly outnumbered. Our last scout report indicated that almost 30,000 kobolds, 10,000 hobgoblins and orcs, and almost 5,000 ogres make up the Sethalisian forces. Jeez. So that would make almost 45,000, if my math is correct. At last count, we had 10,000 able elves ready to fight. Combined with your forces, this brings our total number to just short of 30,000. We're outnumbered 2 to 1. Not by my math. Maybe 1.5 to 1. Maybe I'm missing some. The numbers are irrelevant. I've killed goblins, kobolds, and orcs by the dozen. The ogres are the real concern. I've killed my fair share, but I doubt whether your elves will be up to facing those monsters. You preserve much, mercenary. We've had skirmishes before when our patrols encountered bands of ogres in the forest. The confrontations were short and bloody. What we lack in size and strength, we make up for with speed and our knowledge of the forests. And what of the giants? I have heard that hill giants have joined the Sethalisians. Is this true? Aye, it's true. A large band led by a mighty chieftain has sworn allegiance to the ogre mage. Our arrows have little effect on such monsters. I fear we will need different tactics to counteract this threat. It's worse than I feared then, but not entirely hopeless. How far away are the Sethalisians? A full day's march, warlord. I must return shortly to the Underland and help organize the defenses there. Understood, Alhan. I need to discuss our plans with the mercenary leaders and the leaders of the knightly orders. Most of our forces are camped south of the city. I will send Alina to help you shortly. Oh, I guess I get volunteered. I bow to your will in this, warlord. With my queen's permission, I shall depart immediately and return to my duties. Of course, Alhan. Rillifain guide your path. Would you care to join me in more comfortable surroundings? Food has been prepared for you all. If you will follow me upstairs, we can continue discussions there. Thank you, Lismay. Please go ahead. I shall join you shortly. I have a small matter to address first. But of course, please join me upstairs. I feel like poor Vard's getting thrown under the bus. I don't really like that. Oh, oops, my journal's open. It's time to take care of some unpleasant business. Alina, please go and fetch Captain Vard. He's waiting outside in the corridor. This upsets me. This really does upset me. I don't think that Captain Vard deserves this.
Well met.
It's a shame it had to come to this, but we can't have wildcards holding positions of authority. What's wildcard? I guess maybe he was a little overpassionate against the slavers, but it made sense. Guest rooms? Is this where I was supposed to go? Maybe not. Well, we'll find out. Was this wrong? Am I in the wrong place? I might be. Alright. Tree. Nice. This is a pretty tile set. I do like these trees. So where the fuck is Vard? I think I went in the wrong direction. Whoops. I'm gonna peek in someone's private chest. Noble's Tunic, Nymph Cloak 3. Heh, 2 points for Chaotic. Yeah, but I'm keeping the Nymph Cloak. Alina was a more neutral person once. Now she's more chaotic, because I can't resist stealing shit. Bad role-playing on my part, I suppose, but it's not like I'm playing a paladin. Alright. Yep, I'm definitely in the wrong place. They're like, why did she go upstairs and not outside? Because she's an idiot. Oh. Oh. Oh, this is interesting. That is very interesting. I don't see anything immediately lootable in there, but why is one door much more much less pickable than the others. Is that going to be my room? Maybe. Maybe that's why. I'll get a key for it, perhaps? Yeah, chaotic. Alright, I'm not seeing anything here to loot, so I guess we're okay. Oh, did I look in there? I don't know if I looked in there. We're gonna peek. Oh, no, that's where I got the cloak. Okay. Alright. Well. Let's go to the direction I was supposed to go to and find poor Vald. Bard. Whatever. Ah, this way. This is where I was supposed to go, I think. Nope, that's a tree. This way? Yep. The exit. And there's Vard, so I'm gonna walk past him a bit and look around. Poor Vard. I still feel like they're throwing him under the bus, and I'm still not sure why. I mean, I guess... I don't know. I mean, everything he did seemed pretty reasonable to me. We had to deal with the, a way to get through the ice, after all. The slavers... Maybe we didn't have to go rushing off after the slavers, but... They're right there. And the goblins were massacring elves, so, you know, the people of this country. I feel like we were right to help them. Oh, what's this? Royal bedchamber. Okay, we're robbing the queen. Yes, we are. Because we're horrible. Alright, I'm not going to steal her bullets of smiting. I just want to see what the queen has. Ouch. A trap. That's what the queen has. Alright, I'm going to steal her wands. Robbing the queen. Look at you. What an awful person you are, Lena. Stealing from the queen. She'll be like, oh dear, where are my magic wands? That I keep at a chest next to my bed. Which seems like a really weird place for a magic wand, let's be honest here. Unless... Nah. Elven Noble.
Well met.
Don't you have some important task you are to be doing? Yeah, kinda. This is a nice room. They're so busy being snooty that they don't notice. Actually, why is this noble's room better than the queen's? That's what I want to know. I mean, look at this. This is a much swankier room than the queen's. What kind of boots are you? I think your boots are elven kind, but... Am I still neutral? I am. That will not last. I feel like meeting Elminster inspired Elena to be more chaotic. That's my excuse for why I'm playing her slightly different.
Well
That.
met. Hello.
Alina, it's good to see you again. Why the hells was I not invited to War Council? You'd have thought that winning an important victory over the Sithilicians would have impressed a warlord, but it seems not. The warlord wishes to speak to you now. This should be interesting. By the way, I heard about your duel with Kazdog. How did I know it would be you who finally brought him down? You seem to have a knack for being in the right place at the right time. Well, I guess I shouldn't keep the warlord waiting. I wish there was a way for us to warn him without insulting him. Oh, well, I guess there's not much that can be done. Okay. It's Dr. Vard.
Well met. Hello.
What is the meaning of this warlord? As captain of the mercenary force, I should be present at any meeting where details of the war effort are being discussed. I'm afraid things have changed, Vard. Before I begin, I must congratulate you on your victory over the goblins. You struck an important blow for us, and for that I'm grateful. They are throwing him under the bus. However, I cannot condone the way you've conducted yourself and your responsibilities since we left Daramar. Charging off and trying to slaughter a large force of slavers with only minimal backup was foolish and hot-headed in the extreme. How many died in that incident? You know, she's got a point about that one. We lost men, but they laid down their lives for a worthy cause. Warlord, those men were slavers, the lowest of the low. I couldn't let them escape and carry on with their foul activities. Do you know what happened to the slaves they had on that ship? Yes, Vard, I'm quite aware. Nonetheless, were it not for an abnormal amount of luck, you wouldn't be standing here now, and neither would Alina. You placed yourself and your men in severe danger. Even so, I was willing to overlook this incident, knowing your history. Ooh. However, I cannot and will not excuse you taking the bulk of our mercenary forces and charging off into battle without authority from me. Regardless of the outcome, you acted rashly and against all army protocol. I have no choice but to relieve you of your office. Daramus has been placed in provisional charge of the mercenaries. I am sorry, Lieutenant. Oh, that's a big mistake. To hell with it. I hereby resign. Find another fool to toe the line and cower meekly in the face of the enemy. I'll stay and fight, but for the good people of Tethyr, not for you. Oh boy. 'Cause I'm pretty sure Daramus is evil. He's not very subtle, admittedly. Oh dear.
Pleasure to see you.
That was as bad as expected. I made the decision to place Vard in charge of the mercenaries, so I must shoulder most of the blame. I just hope he doesn't do anything foolish. Now onto the business at hand. I need you to go to speak with Elhen down in the Underland. The Sithilicians will arrive here by tomorrow morning, and he's going to need all the help he can get boosting the defenses. I'm sure there's something you could help him with. Can I explore the city first? As you wish. This is a city unlike any I've ever seen. An entire city, 100 feet above the forest floor? Seldon should be impregnable by anything short of a dragon attack. But with the power the Sithilicians have at their disposal, let's just say, a few well-placed fireballs could prove catastrophic. Alark and I must now return to our discussions with Queen Elisame and the Crimson Guard. Until we meet again, Alina. Alright, so part 3, Seldon. You have finally reached the famed elven city of Seldon. Suspended hundreds of feet above the forest floor, the ancient city is home to the many elves that live in the forest of Tethyr. After witnessing Captain Vard's dismissal, you've been asked to descend to the Underland and help Elhen prepare the defenses. You have a little time to explore the elven city and its mysteries. Once you've finished, you should make your way down to the Underland and speak to Elhen. Alright, well, we're going to save proper, because we've been quick saving all along, and that's often a bad thing. That's not foreshadowing at all. Oh dear. Well, we'll see. It does seem like you might want to have some fire protection on your tree city, just in case. I mean, all things considered. I wonder where Vard went. Did he storm out of the palace? Poor guy. I mean, to be fair, Vajra was not completely wrong in what she was saying. But I still feel like, I don't know, still feel like the guy got thrown under the bus. Gosh, that's pretty. Alright. And I still think Daramus is evil. I think he's scheming. I'm definitely thinking my theory about him being involved, or the entire Crimson Blades being involved, is... Once again, the sight of the elven city makes you catch your breath. Suspended hundreds of feet above the forest floor, Seldon truly is a city from a dream. I bet Lena feels this particularly strongly because she herself is an elf. I feel like she probably didn't have the fancy city upbringing, though. She lived in a forest, I'm sure. Oh, okay. So let's see what we got. Are these walls? Can we go down here? Does not appear to be so. Okay. We're gonna roam our way through and see if there are people to talk to. Where is poor Vard, by the way? Did he stay in the palace? Oh, Alina. Let's get Ileana. Well, Ileana, not Alina. I'm Alina. The city is like a dream. I've never seen anything so magnificent in my life. Imagine a city suspended hundreds of feet above the forest floor. It breaks my heart to think it might be destroyed if it can't stop the Sethlisians. Good to hear that you're enjoying the sights. You need to visit the Underland. It's a little dark and creepy down there, what with having a city suspended above it. But there's a magical feeling in the air that makes my hair stand on end. The army is camped outside the Underland, getting the rest they can before the Sethlisians arrive. What do you plan to do? To tell the truth, I was wondering if I could keep traveling with you. We still have time to explore before the monsters arrive. Also, if any place on the battlefield is safe, it's right beside you. What do you say, Lena? Care for some company? Sure. My daggers are yours once again. Let's go. I kind of feel like Alina and Ileana are flirting a little bit. I could ship it. Alright, so that bridge goes across there, and that goes down. So do I want to go down or across first? Might as well go down. Got Alina again. That's good. I don't want to go down yet until I find Vard if he's up here. Maybe I should search the palace. I looked at the palace before, but I didn't see Vard at the time. I don't know. Did they give Vard a guest room, do you think? Let's talk to the elves. Hello, elf.
Greetings of the fair folk to you.
Welcome to our city. Never has Selden Isler seen such activity before. Well, you're not unpleasant. To the Underland. Okay, we're not going down there yet. Not yet. Not yet. I'm always leery of any place that has an overcity and an undercity. It always seems like a bad idea. See, Arcane, Final Fantasy VII. Oh, a merchant. That city's so beautiful. I won't forget it as long as I live. Well, that's good. That's kind of ominous, too.
Greetings of the fair folk to you.
How good of him. Amulets, pendants, rings, necklaces, gems of all type. All are available here. Each piece created by the finest artisans. Okay. So it's just jewelry stuff. Alright, and some gems. I think I stole some gems from somebody. Can I sell them? Sapphires do sell for a fair bit, don't they? Keep the diamonds. You never know if you're going to need a diamond for something quest-related. Emerald. Don't steal gems. Hi, Starbreeze Twitch. How are you? I might steal a gem or two. Not from him, though. He's just a working stiff. Okay, so there's another bridge. Where is Captain Vard, though? Did I leave him in the palace? I will try to look in the palace for him if I can't find him before I go downstairs. Because I feel like I want to find Captain Vard. I'm worried about him. Maybe he's down. High Mage Talamar's Tower. Oh. I want to meet a mage. High Mage Talamar. Alright. Nothing to loot. In front of him, of course. Greetings.
I greet you in the name of Mistra.
Greetings. I'm High Mage Talamar. Is there something you require? I'd just like to talk a bit. I'm very busy. Please make your questions brief. Tell me about yourself. I'm the High Mage of Selden Isler, and have been so ever since the previous occupant of the title departed the city. I use my magic for the good of all elves in Selden Isler. I'm one of the few who can remember the glory of Mithranor, though I was but a child then. Oh, so he is pretty old, isn't he? This elf is ancient even by the standards of the Tel Quasir. His face is inhumanly thin, and though his body is frail, you can sense the power that courses through him. Goodness. I'm quite well, aside from this cold. So that's why I'm talking a little funny, and I have, you might hear me make gross noises. Tell me about the former High Mage, as I was saying, 1 second. Alright. He was a contemporary of mine. We grew up together, studied together, and though I myself was considered was considered a prodigal student, he always surpassed me. Alas, his ever-increasing power twisted him, made him think he could become a god. Jonolith Irenicus was the greatest elven mage since the height of Mithranor. Oh, he was the fucker from Baldur's Gate, wasn't he? This is where I confess I haven't actually played much Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. But I remember that name. Yep. It's always a shame when power corrupts. I'd like to know more about him. I will speak of him no more. My apologies, but his very memory shames me. Shames every elf that walks Sildar and is of a pure heart. I am sure High Priestess Demon would be willing to discuss Irenicus with you. She believes the way to ease pain is to confront its memory. I, however, would rather forget. Let's talk about something else. I don't suppose you'd have any errands? Absolutely not. I always found it curious how human mages hand over items of great worth as payment because some half-wit errand girl ran off to the local forest to collect some berries for them. No offense intended. None taken. Let's talk about something else. Do you have anything for sale? While I dislike parting with any item of worth, gold is unfortunately a necessary evil of civilization. Try not to spend too long browsing. This isn't a museum, nor a library of arcane lore. Grumble. Old. He's an old dude. I admit, I'd kind of like to get that, but I mean those immunities are nice, but it is also like all of my gold, so probably not. I may realize that this is a bad decision, but you know. Are there any good arrows? Bolts? Nope. No, mages aren't usually ones for regular bows and arrows, are they? Some nice scrolls, though. If I were a wizard, I am a wizard, but if I were a higher level wizard, I'd be quite intrigued. I'm sure. Rod of beguiling. Nope. Oh, that's mine. Oh, that is nice. Lens of detection. No. Ugh. This is tempting. But I'm gonna get blind fight my next level up, which should be soon, I think. Yeah, 5,000. That's a plot event or two. I can still use high-level scrolls. That's true, that's true. Can't scribe them, though, and that's what I'm mostly be interested in. So I'll keep the scrolls I find, but I'm not gonna spend money on them unless I have a reason. Which is probably short-sighted, but there we go. Let's walk down. Oh, hold on. That little divot in the corner is gonna bug me. That's better. Shut up. No one said anything, but I'm mostly telling myself that. Alright. Where's poor Captain Vard, though? I wonder if he went downstairs. I will look in the palace for him, but that poor guy. But, I mean, like I said, I have to admit that what he's actually being scolded for, he did. He did. I just feel like his triumphs should outweigh. But then I am playing a chaotic good character, so I would think that way. Perhaps if I were playing a paladin, who is more lawful, I would feel different. I find my biases are sometimes affected by the characters I'm playing at the time. No luck finding Nirmal. I wonder where the hell he is. Maybe he doesn't want... Maybe he's gone for good, but I feel like he should be around somewhere, too. He might benefit from hearing about what's his name, wouldn't he? About Irenicus. Kind of as a warning. You might not want to be too much of an asshole, dude, because this other guy was an asshole, and we saw what happened to him. Where do I find all the modules? I go to neverwintervault.org. I'll put it in the chat, actually, if it lets me. It's pretty spectacular. It has a whole bunch of modules. some more current, and a lot of the old ones that were on the first vault that existed like way back when this game came out. Folks have migrated them over. Now, whether or not they play on Enhanced Edition is sometimes a little dicey, but usually they will. Yeah, Neverwinter Vault is a great site. There's also a tool. I mean, they're pretty easy to install. Um, but they're, I mean, you just put them in the right place. 20 years ago, yeah, a lot of these are pretty old. Um, it's pretty easy to manually install any mod. You just put bits in the right folders. That said, some of the older mods have like movie files and such that aren't really optimized for enhanced edition. You got a couple of options there. One option is if you buy the game through GOG, they actually give you the old version too, Diamond Edition. And that will play the older mods fine. The other option is that you can use something that's available at the Vault called the Neverwinter Installer Tool. And it's really easy to use, and you could use it to install the mods directly. Um, I really like it, and I'm someone who generally would install mods manually, but what I really like about it is twofold. One, they have a built-in converter that converts all of the old movies to the file that Neverwinter Nights Enhanced Edition reads. So you often, not always, but you often get to see those missing movies. Every once in a while there might be some that's a glitch, but I think that glitch would happen even if you were playing on Diamond Edition. The other nice thing is if you want to take them out, you don't end up taking out something you need for a different module. So I really like the installer tool. I think it's a great thing. But yeah, have a look at the vault. It's spectacular. The part that has modules and it also has a lot of other stuff is the project section. I do miss the old vault for the way that it sorted things a little clearer. It was a little easier to find modules specifically and so on, but the new vault's not bad either. I just don't like change. All right, back to work. In the articles section, that's where you can find a lot of like recommendation lists, and those are usually pretty good too, because then you can see what other people have really liked, and that'll help you narrow down what you're looking for. There's pretty much all sorts of genres, which is why I'm going to be highlighting some horror type ones, or or spooky themed ones for Halloween for October. Huh? Can I get in there? All right. Now either that's just a doorway I can't go through, or it's an area transition issue. There's no label on that, so it could just be a thing I'm not supposed to be able to go into. But it's weird. Oh yeah, that's very, very true. And that's basically my position too. It's like I miss a lot of the fancier stuff in the old vault, the way you could search and the way you could find things. But it is too bad. It is spectacular. They saved so many modules and so many pieces, and they're still occasionally uploading some modules that were salvaged from the old vault every so often. Not so much anymore, but every once in a while there'll be like a migrate wizard thing where it's like, oh hey, we found these old files. It reminds me of like when they find old Doctor Who episodes or something. Someone somewhere is like, oh, by the way, I have this hack back that has something missing, and it's beautiful. It is really, really cool. Garfindel's Forge. This looks interesting. Yeah, so I mean, the old vault, as Rashke said, it was an IGN site too. So where the current vault is fan run and fan owned, as far as I know. So it makes sense that it doesn't have all the bells and whistles. It's a labor of love.
I greet you.
But still, there's so much at your fingertips. You'll never run out. Yep, spooky modules. Sadly, the one I was looking the most forward to, I was saying, is not updated to run on Enhanced Edition, and apparently does have some major flaws there. The author is updating it, which is nice, but it's a project to do that. So, the last update I saw was from like December of 2022, and people have lives, unfortunately. Well, fortunately for them, unfortunately for me. So the new one hasn't come out yet. Um, so I'll probably play some different ones then. But Rashke had a pretty good suggestion, which we'll just have to see how notable the goblin penis is. Alright, anyway. Well met. I am Garfindel of House Avaliel. May I ask who you are? My name is Alina Frayne. Alina, I believe I've heard that name before. You're the ranger that slew the goblin Kazdag, if I'm not mistaken. A pleasure to meet you. As you can see, I'm the blacksmith of Sultan Islar. It is fortunate that I enjoy my craft, for the demand for weapons knows no end. Surely there are other blacksmiths in a city this size. There were. Galanthus Avandale was one of our finest before he was sent out on patrol. You know the outcome of that, of course. May his soul rest in peace. My apprentice left after we learned of the Sithilician invasion, preferring to fight rather than to smith. Now it is left to me to keep the army supplied. Fortunately, the Tethyrians seem to have brought more weapons than they need, and the surplus has helped supply some of the elven forces still. This is boring, tedious work. Metal should be caressed into a thing of perfection, not hastily beaten like a mule. Is there anything I can do to help? I have an idea. My skills extend beyond blacksmithing. With the right materials, I can forge items of great power. I can turn a mere weapon of force into absolute destruction, or a suit of armor into an impregnable barrier. Oh, this sounds good. Here's a list describing the special items I am able to forge, as well as the materials needed to create them. I do this only for you, because with the fruits of my labor at your disposal, your worth against the enemy shall be 10, 20 times that of an average soldier. Ooh. So let's see the list. Is there anything I've got already, or do I have to keep an eye out? I'm not good at this style of crafting, as seen in my playthrough of Neverwinter Nights proper. The list describes several powerful items which Garfindel believes he could create with the right components. It would be worth hanging on to these strange materials should you chance to come across them. So, a cloak of the Wolfborn. The infamous werewolf is known to have many strange abilities, but what of its lesser known and even more powerful cousin, the wolf were? Huh? Said to be a natural canine able to take the form of a man, the wolf were has amazing regenerative properties that put even those of troll to shame. If I could obtain the pelt of such a beast, I believe I could work it into a cloak that provides its wearer with some of the beast's regenerative powers, as well as high damage resistance. Okay, well that looks good. So we need a greater wolfware pelt and 10,000 gold. Ring of the Lich. Liches are known to be undead spellcasters of great power, and I predict that with the correct application, the remains could be used to boost the powers of a mortal spellcaster. A ring of some sort seems to be the perfect receptacle with which to place the dust of a destroyed lich. Lich dust. And a silver ring. Well, a silver ring's easy enough to buy, I think. Pendant of the Dragon Kind. Favors mortal creatures. It is well known that their hides can be used to forge the strongest of armors. However, the blood of a dragon is also highly prized among mages for its supernatural properties. I believe it should be possible to crystallize this blood and place it into a necklace or pendant that, when worn around the neck, would impart great power on the wearer. Of course, would only create such an item from the blood of an evil dragon. Do I have dragon blood? Shit, did I loot that? I don't remember. Because I know I fought a dragon, but did I get dragon blood from him? Blade of the Night Walker. The Night Walker is a truly terrible being, a massive entity of pure darkness and evil. Little to nothing is known of these undead monstrosities, except that their ashes hold great necromantic power. I believe a terrible sword could be forged from these ashes, one even more powerful than anything I have made. However, obtaining the ashes will be incredibly hard due to the rarity and power of the Nightwalker. So Nightwalker ashes, and longsword plus 3 and 25,000 GP. Nice. The Minotaur is truly a fabulous beast, as strong as a bull and twice as fierce for the dagger of the Turan. The horn of a Minotaur is known to be extremely strong and will make the ideal blade for a dagger. Minotaur horn, dagger +3. Okay. The only thing I'm wondering about is whether or not I do have some dragon blood. Because I did fight that dragon. Did I forget to loot it? Did I not take the blood? That is possible. I would be very upset if that's the case. But maybe there wasn't any dragon blood. I feel like there should have been, though, which makes me think I was careless. But it is what it is. It's a little late to go crawling back now, so I might have to give up on that idea. Not seeing any dragon blood in any of this. Well, maybe offline I'll see if I have it, if I missed it. Or maybe I can check real quick with a loaded save. If I have one near where I killed that dragon. I mean, you fought a dragon? You don't mean the offspring from a dragon getting it on with a basilisk? Maybe. Maybe. Remember that ice dragon that was on that one ledge? I might go back and see if I left anything behind. Of course, you'll find many magical weapons and pieces of armor that will prove useful to an adventurer like you. So let's see what we got here. Ooh, gauntlets of ogre power. I have lesser gauntlets. How much are these? Ooh, actually they're not that expensive. Let's buy that. Uh-oh. Hold on a sec. What did Autumn... Alright, there we go. Would dragons consider that bestiality? That is a good question. I do not know. The ice dragon. Yeah, I'm thinking I might have left something behind. If I did, I'll have to decide whether or not maybe I might DM console it to myself. It's a cheat, but being clumsy is clumsy. So we'll see. I wouldn't just conjure it to myself for no reason, though. Oh. Well, we might be fighting a dragon later. Oh. Except I don't use shields, so. So stop looking at that. There we go. So, any cool armor that's better than what I got that's light? Leather armor +3. That's an armor class +2. Or armor class 2. This is armor class 3 and that's a +1. Huh? I think that would still be one higher than what I got, huh? Studded leather +3. This is studded leather +1. Okay. How much? I think I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna sell this. Alright, where did it go now? Alright. There we go. That's not bad. Now, as soon as I've done that, there'll be something better! And I'll be like, no! Why did I waste the money? Look at that. Look at that. Light armor. +2 strength, +3. The famed paladin Gareth Dragonsbane grew tired of losing squires to freak accidents. All sorts of misfortune befell his shield bearers, from being crushed by catapult stones to being trodden on by giants. He commissioned these suits of armor to give increased strength to his squires, and hopefully prevent further losses. Okay, yeah, see? I told you, as soon as I bought the lesser armor that there'd be something better here. It's a bit expensive though, and I don't really need the +2. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like being able to carry more, but that's why I got the gauntlets. Alright, so some arrows. Ice, lightning, acid. Bolt 3, arrow 3. Oh, you know what? Let's get a stack of arrow 3. Might not need them, and I'm certainly not gonna put them away so I don't try to waste them when I need more arrows. But, alright. But I feel like having a stack of +3s would be really good. Piercing arrow might be good too. Do I have any? Okay. I'll just stick with them. Look what I got, I think. Head shirt's bow. Let's find out. Yes, first, one sec. I am... Hold on. Oh, shit. 1 second. Okay, there I am. I am 2 away. In 1099 DR, scholars attempting to verify tales of Tantra and the Lich found only his ramshackle keep and a withered husk. Evidence suggested that a long siege by at least 4 distinct groups of adventurers, a campaign that eventually wore down his defenses. Sorry. Presumably weapons of this type were found among the loot claimed. The thin fraying string of this bow appears unusable, but when it is drawn, a solid, invisible arrow becomes tangible. Ooh. Oh. I do like that, but... I like unlimited weaponry, but it is not a great bow. Longbow. Ah, long arm. +2, plus strength, with extra damage bludgeoning. That is actually kind of nice. The pirates of Neverwinter are mere whimsy to most common people, and have spawned many a legend. One such tale tells of weapons able to launch arrows between the isles, a likely reference to the long-arm bows of the region. That is pretty nice. Let's see. This is +3, +3. What I want the long arm. Bludgeoning damage is nice. I feel pretty happy with my +3, +3 though. Nothing useful there. Alright, well, I think we're okay for now. Okay, so I gotta keep an eye out for that stuff. And actually, I was gonna do a quick check. So let's save. Okay. Maybe here? Let's find out. Alright, well, let's go outside for a bit and see what we can find. I'm not going to spend too long hunting, I just want to see. Now this is why it's good to make hard saves, huh? I should do that more often. Time travel. Hello guys, I'm from the future. We go somewhere cool. What the fuck are you talking about? Shut up, Nermal. Alright. So let's see if I've left it behind any dragon blood. Because if I did, I might want to cheat. But if there's no dragon blood left behind, then I got no excuse to cheat. Perhaps there'll be another dragon I can kill later. And I'm not seeing any dragon blood left behind, so I guess it's just a bloodless fat asshole. Alright. Okay. My poor traumatized cat. Still in hiding. I hope she comes out later. Poor baby. The mean plumbers were here in her territory, and she's not one to like strangers in her territory. Okay, so no sign of that Vard fellow. Oh, that's the Ventinari family estate. Oh. Well, I suppose I don't have any reason to go there yet, but I feel like the label indicates I will have some reason to go there at some point. Just a theory. Sorry. I've been there. Did you find... What were you looking for? If you don't mind my asking. Alright. God damn it, where is Captain Vald? Ah. The Priestess of Rilliphane. Okay. Alright. I'm glad you found the tab that you needed. I have been there with looking for the tabs. Alright. Well, I've been there. Sometimes you just forget to read the tabs of the window you're in. Alright. Good morning, stranger. Is there something I can help you with? Tell me more of your god. Rilliphane Ralathil is the god of woodlands and nature, known as the Leaf Lord, the Wild One, and the Great Oak. Probably I should be worshipping him, huh? I think I've got Sahani Moonbow, though. Rilliphane teaches us that all people should be able to spend their lives doing what nature intended. Oppression and tyranny are the worst sins of all. Okay, well, I don't need healing. Farewell. Oh, but maybe she does.
Greetings to you.
Alright, farewell. Let's talk to Demon.
Greetings to you.
Greetings to you, child. I am Demon, High Priestess of Rilliphane Ralathil, the patron of the wood. I see you're not from around here. That's right, I'm with the army out of Daramar. How do I go about choosing which mod to play? Well, basically, it's just whichever one looks interesting at the time. Or if I've got, like, something in mind. So, when I picked Kingmaker and the Shadow Lord series, it was because it was Pride Month. And, well, Kingmaker, I wanted to romance the nymph, and then I promptly failed at romancing the nymph. So, because I felt like I teased a lesbian relationship that never really happened, I decided to play Shadow Lord's Demon and Dreamcatcher, which I knew was one where either male or female characters could romance Anira, so I decided to play that to make up for it. Other ones, it's just whatever feels appropriate. I had played the first in this trilogy a while back, but I then put Alina to sleep for a bit because this one hadn't come out yet. The remastered or re-released version of Crimson Tides of Tethyr came out only a month or two ago, maybe 3 months at this point. So, when I finished the other ones on my list, I came back to this. But really, it's just a whim. The other reason I'm playing this series, though, is because the premium module, Tyrants of the Moonsea, is kind of an unofficial sequel. Like, the trilogy doesn't have to be played together with the same character, but I always wanted to. Alright. Anyway, yes, that's right, I'm with the army out of Daramar. This is a terrible time for Soldanislar. It's ironic that after enduring years of conflict with the humans of Tethyr, we finally enjoy a period of peace, only to suffer 2 major conflicts within the space of a few years. 2 major conflicts? Tell me of the other. I'm afraid we had some problems with a previous occupant of the city. He was banished many years ago for his heinous deeds. When he returned, he was full of malice and a terrible thirst for vengeance. He was known as Jonaleth, and he was an archmage of great power, the beloved consort of Queen Elisme. Oh, I didn't know that. Few in Faerun could match his skill in the art. Alas, he became obsessed with achieving immortality. Urged on by his foul sister, he attempted to drain the very life essence of Soldanislar. Oh dear. Who's the sister? This is where I admit I don't know very much about Baldur's Gate's plot. 1 and 2, anyway. He failed in the end. So great were his crimes that even the elven gods saw fit to strip him of his very nature, ripping the elvishness from him. What was left was something else. We named him Irenicus, the Broken One, and banished him forever from the city. Little did we imagine he would one day return seeking revenge. Maybe I should play Baldur's Gate for Twitch sometime. Ah, it'll be on my list. My long, long, long list. Even in death, his dark legacy still clings to Soldanislar. The forest to the east is haunted by the spirit of Irenicus, and dread creatures wander the darkness where they have no right to be. I would urge you to steer clear of there. I'm guessing I'm going to go there. But I just told you to steer clear of it. Yeah, but I'm an adventurer. I know how these things go. I'm going to have to go east. All right. That's a very strange way to think, but if you say so. I do. Anyway, I'd like to ask you some questions. Of course, child. Is there anything useful you could tell me about the city? Soldanislar is the largest settlement in the forest. For over 1,000 years, it has been a home to the elves of the Wheeldoth, which the humans call the Forest of Tethyr. This war threatens to end our quiet existence forever. Not all are happy with our alliance with the humans. The Ventinari noble house would see a return to the years of bloodshed between the 2 races. They are a proud, haughty, powerful clan. They even went so far as to suggest that we parley with the Sithalicians, struck up an alliance with them. A ghastly notion. Alright. May I see what temple goods are available? Most of what I have is reserved to the war effort, but I have a few items I'm willing to part with. Pardon me. Alright, let's see her do her crap. Ah, looks like a few good things. Yeah, not much by way of archers here, I think. Ooh, but she does have normal arrows that I could buy for a GP. I don't think that's an issue right now, but, you know, maybe someday. Maybe one. Let's buy a stack. For the hell of it. And maybe another. Just in case. Never want to run out. Alright. Oh, a heal potion. How many of these can... I can afford to buy a fair bit. But I can only buy one. Alright. Let's get a few of these. I've been doing pretty well with combat in this game. There's been a few times I've died, but generally that was just me being stupid. So, I suppose I can't complain. That is a naked woman statue back there. Which is kind of weird, because I thought Rillifain was a male god. Oh, well, I mean, I guess that doesn't mean anything. Perhaps he's trans. Wouldn't be the first time. Sometimes gods just like to be who they are. Sometimes maybe they sprout boobs, sometimes because they can. Alright. If I wanted, we could try to visit the estate. I feel like I'm going to have to at some point. So I'm hoping that means I'll be coming back here. It'd be nice if there was a way to teleport back here, like a portal stone. But alas, there usually is not. Alright, so I'm gonna poke around that locked door again. But Iliana couldn't open it, and Alina can't open it, so you're probably not getting in there until there's a plot reason to. Poor Iliana. Iliana and Alina have
Sorry,
two
can't
close
help you.
names. Nope, needs a key. Alright, I'm gonna peek in the palace to make sure Vald is not there. And then I'm gonna go down to the whatever the fuck it is. The Mythgar slums, yeah. I admit the reason I chose to play the Erebeth sequel modules to the original campaign was because I knew about both of them, but I never saw anything that really compared them. So I was be like, okay, well, which one would I want to play with my character based on how the story goes and so on? Which one would suit my gaming style best? But I could never find it. I found one playthrough of Erebeth's Redemption, and I kind of peeked at the end. But, well, a possible ending. But it really wasn't enough to let me know, like, I had no idea what the other one was about at all. So I thought, okay, well, I'll make two versions of my character that I beat Neverwinter Nights with, and I'll take one through one and one through the other and see which version I like better. And that was quite fun. So, I think as it turns out, I was a little more invested by Erebus Redemption because I don't know if this has come across at all, but I'm not a very romantically minded person. um, so, while I enjoy romantic plot lines in general, I liked the more focus on Erebus Redemption as a personal thing. That said, I mean, there were some interesting little quirks about that module. Series. It was very involved, and I quite liked it in a lot of parts. And there were some parts that were a little fun. I've got a review somewhere on the Neverwinter Vault site that has my general take. It was a lot of fun, though, overall. Some slight monotheistic elements creeping its way in, though, and I thought that was pretty funny. A weird emphasis on virginity for a setting that doesn't seem to be focused on that much. Aside from... well, honestly, I don't remember it ever really coming up. Ed Greenwood's got a lot of faults, but I don't think he's one to slut shame. But, yeah, it's just one of those things. It's basically whatever sounds good. Has-Been Hotel has an official release date? I've heard about that game. I've never played it. Is it good? For January. Very cool. I remember seeing people talk about the characters. Quite a bit. Not a game? What is it, then? Is it a manga? Anime? Comic book? Regular book? Cartoon? Okay. Huh. How do people know so much about it, then? Oh, is it like a cartoon adaptation of something? I feel like I've seen people talking about the characters. Oh, the first episode pilot got released on YouTube. Oh, I see, I see. Wow. All that fan stuff on one pilot. The series is probably going to be really good then. Okay, cool. Good to know. I feel like there is a danger with so many fans. All original, cool. I feel like there's a danger with all of the fans investing so much with the pilot, though, that they've maybe created their own versions of everything, and when it doesn't match what is actually made by the creators, I wonder if there won't be some backlash. I feel like that happens sometimes with fandoms when the show isn't quite what they expected. Then there's some resistance. But maybe it'll be fine. Who knows? A good product is a good product after all. So I'm happy. Alright, let's see what we got here. So that's the Seldenistler entrance. It would be nice if there was a teleport way. Because I'm lazy and I don't want to walk all this when I have to go back up to see the Okay, oh. Druid of Sylvanas. Oh, I should go and talk to that guy then. And Alliance Command. Let's look around some more, see what there is to see. Oh, it was entirely indie made and had a production quality that put most studios to shame. You're surprised you haven't seen it. Or you're surprised I haven't seen it. Well, I can't see everything. I'll try to check it out though. It does sound pretty cool. Of course, I might get invested, and then I'll make up all these headcanons and such that'll turn out to be completely different from what's actually there. So
Sorry, can't help you.
that is a danger. I have a lot of great theories about everything I watch, and sometimes I turn out right. I think I mentioned that before. Sometimes, wildly, my guesses turn out right. And then sometimes they're not. But sometimes, I'm arrogant enough to say, my guess and analysis is better. Well, because my guess and analysis is based on what happened in the actual plot. It's perfectly logical. Whereas sometimes the show itself is not as logical as my guesses, but that happens. Usually still enjoyable. Alright, what's this? Altar of Rilliphane. Oh, can I do anything at the altar? Ah, steal everything of value. This ancient altar to Rilliphane is covered in offerings ranging from gold coins to pieces of jewelry. Evidently, the war has prompted many elves to place an offering here in the hope of receiving good fortune. Alright, well, I'll make an offering. I'm a good elf. Ah. You place 50 gold pieces. Perhaps it's your imagination, but you feel as though someone or something has smiled on you. Ah, cool. Pardon me. Yep. And sometimes I'm just really late to the party. Like, it was a number of years past before I finally saw the Voltron remake. And I really liked it. I did. It's just funny, because from everything I heard about the fandom, I was very happy to have enjoyed it after most of them got more, like, because it was done, after most of them moved on to something else, because those fuckers are scary. Like, they were the ones who, like, outright committed corporate espionage. It's like, guys, if you're committing corporate espionage for a television show, you might be a little too invested. And I say that as someone who writes, like, who would spend hours writing, like, incredibly long essays, analyzing every little bit and piece that came out. Badly sometimes, but there you go. And getting really, really invested. If I think you're going too far, you're going too far. The Voltron remake. I don't know if it counts as a remake. Reboot? It came out on Netflix 100 years ago. Voltron, you know, giant robots, lions, etc. I'd been a fan of it when I was a kid, and I admit, watching it as an adult, original Voltron did not hold up. But the uh, the remake folks, or whatever you want to call it, they did a good job in like capturing the feeling I remember from it. Um, while not being entirely asinine. Oh, you're late to that party. Oh, okay. Well, I would recommend it. Ignore the fandom. The Devilman remake. Oh, that probably was bold. I would recommend the Voltron thing. There are things the fans liked, things that the fans didn't, and they were horribly invested in scary. So ignore the fandom, unless you want to read fanfic or something. But the show itself, I thought it was really enjoyable. I thought they did a good job with it. I think I mentioned I've been watching the Bastard remake off and on, and it's actually not as bad as all that. It's just funny because sometimes the pacing is really absurd. But it is nice to see my favorite arc actually made into the anime. So, uh-oh. Are you glitching? Are you speaking binary? I'm not sure what that means. Ah, you're not saddled with any nostalgia for Voltron. That's fair, that's fair. I will say, of the shows I'm nostalgic for, Voltron did not hold up. I'm trying to watch it as an adult now. Thundercats, not really either, unfortunately. Sadly, none of the remakes for Thundercats have ever really captured it either, though. I remember the one, and it's like, suddenly Tigra's the jealous older brother, and, that's okay. Well, we all glitch sometimes. And it's like, well, these characters aren't really recognizable to me. I do like when I recognize the characters in a remake. So, I didn't much care for the Thundercats remake that came out, like, God knows. That was probably like 15 years back for the remake. He-Man and She-Ra, I think I mentioned. I think the She-Ra remake is really, really good, objectively speaking, but I was way too attached to the original. And to be fair, I mean, the original is watchable now. I mean, I think modern sensibilities are gonna like the new one better, but the old one is still watchable. So I can't watch the new one. It's good. I just can't watch it. It's a personal thing. But that's okay. It's just not meant for me. I haven't seen the most recent He-Man remake. I really just want a remake of He-Man that admits that Adam is gay. Because 1980, late 70s, early 80s, He-Man, whenever that actually came out. I don't know. I think it was in reruns when I saw it at age 5. I thought it was watchable. He-Man's actually watchable. I do think Masters of the Universe 70s He-Man is watchable. But you do have to have a bit of tongue in cheek for that. But, I'm just saying 1980s Adam was gay. He-Man was gay. And until we have a remake that acknowledges that He-Man was gay, I'm not going to be interested in the remake. It's like, stop trying to imply he'll bang Tila. Oh. You just don't like the artwork? That's fair. That's fair. That's kind of my issue. Part of my issue with the new She-Ra is I'm not a fan of the artwork, even though I see objectively how it's better for the young girls. I just, I'm an old fart. So there we go. I haven't seen the new He-Man, so I do like the idea of it being a Tila show, as long as he's still gay. Now that they made a She-Ra where she's explicitly involved with a girl, then maybe they can finally give me the gay He-Man that. I'm just saying. Anyway, let's talk to the druid, Keldor Erlin.
Well met.
Or Seldor. Go with Keldor. Greetings, Ranger. I'm Keldor Erlin, druid of Sylvanus. Do not be afraid. Jessica is harmless. Ah, she's cute. If you wish, I can show you a selection of items suitable for those who have an affinity with nature, which I do. What's the Druid of Sylvanus doing in Seldenessler? I thought the elves here worshipped Rillifain. Rillifain is the patron saint of Seldenessler, but other deities of a good nature are also welcome here. I brought my faith with me from Everesca, where I was born. Now I plan to use my skills to help the city against the invaders. That's fair. Let me see what you have. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad it's likable. Like I said, it's just not, sadly, not to my taste. But that's okay. Not everything has to be for me. I understand that. Hordak? Interesting. That seems very strange to me, but okay. I will take your word for it that it works in context. Yep. It is one thing that I think is worth every geek remembering sometimes is that we are not the only people consuming media, and therefore not everything has to be to our taste specifically. Alas. I never really wanted, like, there are things I'm happy to blog about why I like one thing for another. I've never really wanted to be too critical of She-Ra, though, because I remember seeing a lot of the fucking incel comments about that, and it's just like, dude, A, it's a kid's show, B, it's not meant for you. C, you can get the DVDs of the original. Like I said, I've still watched it, and you're probably right that it doesn't hold up that well, but I have a strong taste, or a strong tolerance for bad stuff. So that tells you how bad Thundercats and Voltron are, if they don't hold up well, by my standards, when He-Man and She-Ra do. So that ought to tell you that something. But yeah, it's like, I'm not gonna go on a big rant about it because, well, one, I don't want to be affiliated with those people, and two, it's it's just not for me. Here's Elhan. Let's talk to Elhan.
I greet you.
Hail, friend. It's good to see you again. The one thing that does bug me a bit, and I don't see it so much now, but did when the show first came out, was when folks would be like, oh, but see, this is the feminist one, and the old one was so sexist. It's like, no, it wasn't. If you read the series Bible and so on, they were really trying to make something feminist and something that had strong portrayals of women and so on. It was a product of its time. It didn't necessarily do it well, but they were trying to. And honestly, from everything I've seen of the creators of the old series, they would have been really happy to see what came of the new series. So that would irrationally get me upset when people would be like, "Oh, the first one was so sexist and awful." It's like, oh, come on. Yes, there was a lot of cleavage and so on, but be nice. I'm old. Be nice to the old people. They were trying. No one needs to be nice to the old people who are trying, admittedly. It's just, one of those things I get touchy about. Alright, anyway, no one needs to know my rambling opinions about that, huh? Hail, friend. It's good to see you again. As you can see, we're making final preparations for tomorrow. The sheer number of monsters would overwhelm any normal city, but the natural defenses surrounding Seldenessler make it a daunting target for an attacking force. Okay. This is the... God fucking damn it. Okay. The Sithilicians have split into 3 main groups. The Ogre Warlords travel with the main force, Ogres and Orcs. This is by far the largest threat, and they will surely attack us from the north. The Elven High Mages have raised the magical defenses around the city, so that hostile magic is turned away before damaging the city's supports. Oh, I forgot to look for No, I did look for what's his name, and I never found him. Oh well. The kobolds and goblins that make up the bulk of the grunt troops will attack us from the east. Their sheer numbers are terrifying. However, I believe we possess the necessary resources to repel them, providing our forces aren't stretched too thin. Okay. So, kobolds and goblins to the east. Our western border is my most immediate concern. I think this is where we're going. You might have nursed a very young cartoon crush on the sorceress. Okay, well, we're all allowed to confess our kinks and fetishes here. Feathers is a new one, but, if it works for you. I mean, to be fair, from what I saw, like, there was, like, 1 or 2 episodes that implied that she could take most of those feathers off. I think that was a headdress. But, you know, that doesn't mean she can't keep them on for you. Anyway. Alright, where the hell was I? Okay. Our western border is my most immediate concern. A large group of hill giants are approaching, and trailing behind them is a huge army of hobgoblins. They have also managed to recruit gnolls along the way. If the giants succeed in smashing through our western defenses, the hobgoblins and gnolls will swamp the city. We may be able to defeat them, but at what cost? While we fight off the giants, the ogre warlords will be battering down the front gates, and the kobolds and goblins shall be pouring in from the east. We need to stop these giants. They are the battering ram, with which Sithilus plans to breach the city. If they succeed, we may be doomed. Okay? What do you propose? The hill giants are unhappy to be part of this war. There have been reports of a conflict between the giants and the ogre magi, and the latter are the only things keeping the giants in line. Their leader, Belerdin, is wise, and realizes that the giants are simply being used as an expendable battering ram. We need to convince Belerdin not to fight. Alright. Why do I get the feeling this is going to involve me? The free arc wouldn't start until many years later. Oh, I see. Well, nothing wrong with that either. I've heard great things about you, Alina. If anyone can negate the threat of the giants, it's you. Whether by diplomacy or by force. I need you to head west and intercept the giants before they reach Soldanessler. Do whatever you need to do. It's a big thing to ask of anyone, but you of all people have the best chance of success. Alright, fine. I knew you wouldn't back down from a challenge. Head north out the front gates, and then due west. The giants are only a few hours from the city. You won't be able to miss them. When you have dealt with their threat, return here. I have some questions first. I'll be happy to answer your questions, but I urge you to make them brief. Tell me more about the hill giants. The Sithilicians recruited them while moving south from Amn. Normally, the giants would never follow the orders from ogres, but such is the power of the ogre magi warlord, Sithilus, that even their mighty leader Belerdin was forced to bend his knee. Belerdin is said to be exceptional among his kind, as strong as a fire giant and as smart as a cloud giant. It is said he wields a huge club that he sends shockwaves through the very earth. He's a fearsome foe indeed. So what will everyone else be doing while I'm dealing with a giant threat? I'm organizing the defense of the city. The new captain of the mercenary forces, Daramus, shall be organizing his force in readiness for tomorrow. I still don't trust the guy. Lord Alaric is overseeing the preparations of Tethyr's soldiers. The various knight orders will also be sharpening their blades. Warlord Vajra is overseeing the entire operation. If we hang back and wait for the Sithilicians to force their way into the city, we won't stand a chance. Soldanessler was not built to repel an army, much less one of the sheer size facing us. We must meet them outside the city before they arrive. Our knowledge of the forest will work to our advantage. I only hope it's enough. Alright, farewell for now. Alright. So, I think I'm probably going to call it here. It's not... I'm about 15 minutes shy of my usual attempted 3-hour run, but unfortunately, I feel like it'll probably be easier to catch up again if I haven't gotten too much into like mid-plot, you know? I don't know if that makes sense. I guess it doesn't have to. Alright, also, I still have this cold, and I probably should guzzle some cough medicine and see if the cat finished her medicine, which she probably has not, because she's annoying. She had half of a dose, and it's just a steroid, but still, I really hope she takes the rest of it, so we'll see. Anyway, bitching aside, I'm going to wish you all a good night and figure out who I'm going to raid. case I forget what I'm doing. Damn it. Alright. Because I'm gonna forget what I'm doing. That happens all the time. Alright, let's see. Against the Giants. Alright. Well, that might be it for Alina for a month. It depends, though. I mean, it might be that I run out of horror modules playing them quickly. Or it might be mean that I only play one throughout the whole month. We'll see. We'll see. It'll be fun, though, either way. And Alina, I'll get back to her. I'm not going to abandon her. Because I've been having a lot of fun with this module. So, let's see. Who is good raid target tonight? I think my friend Plunge has already stopped. But I believe my friend Effector of Change is still doing his Secret of Evermore playthrough. Oh, it doesn't look like he's going off anytime soon, so let's go annoy him. Effector of Change is fun. He's the one who runs our Frog Pond Academy, which is the D&D that we do every Wednesday. I play the gnome Igor Nakanak. I am a reinventor. I invent things. I have a cannon that heals people. It also damages people. It depends on which cannon. I am currently working on my quest to discover an ender bag. Or invent an ender bag, which is like a bag of holding, but it links to another bag of holding. Like an ender chest in Minecraft. We'll see if I can ever create that. But also, we're figuring out the whole deal with the academy, and we go on a lot of heists. We're like that. So, highly recommend you come watch. You can also see what I actually look like, though that will likely disappoint you. Unfortunately. But, that is... The webcam is a Frog Pond Academy exclusive. So, I'm going to wish you all a good night. And, like I said, I'm going to annoy my cat, I think, if I can find her. Or just watch some bad television. Alright, bye-bye.